to Talk Flirty Podcast, the podcast where life is reflected through intimate conversation with me, your host, Nikki F. Wett. Welcome back to another episode of Talk Flirty Podcast. Today is Tuesday, June 18th, 2019. I'm sorry, I cannot even keep a straight face before this episode. I'm excited about this weekend. I will be going to LA to join in the festivities at the BET Experience. So there's a few things. And you know what? This was extremely last minute. And what I found absolutely funny, this is just a turnaround trip, so I don't have a hotel room booked. Honestly, I wouldn't have even looked up hotel rooms because I'm pretty sure it's super expensive for this weekend. So I didn't even bother. That's not how I live my life. So I will be crashing on somebody's couch. And the good thing about this is I have a homegirl who is coming down from my hometown, Sacramento. So she'll be down there, and I'm like, okay, let me drop on where you're staying and I'll just crash there. So that's my arrangement. Now I have two other people that is going to be riding down from Vegas to LA with me. I don't know what the hell they saying, but they have their own arrangements. In fact, my friend hit me up yesterday or this morning. Like, so his homeboy hit him back and was like, yeah, you can crash at my apartment. I'm over here by the college. Who do you have coming with you? What type of group? That type of thing. And so he mentions, there is going to be a female in the party. And the friend's like, well, is she cute? He shows him my Facebook profile. And the friend is like, oh yeah, she's cute. You mind if I, talk to her, if I get at her? And my friend is telling me this like as if the basis of me going down and us crashing at his apartment is contingent on me allowing the friend to shoot a shot. And I'm thinking to myself, sir, you cannot prostitute me for a place to stay, a room for a living room to rent. That's not how this works. I am driving. Would you like this to be a round trip or would you like this to be one way? I'm asking you. So I am glad that I made other arrangements because you was not about to pimp my ride for us to get to Los Angeles and back. I have two vehicles. I will gladly sleep in my car. It's not that serious at all. So I don't know. Friendships are friendships are kind of weird out here. In fact, you know what? It's kind of sad because on my way to work, I see a lot of women who walk up and down Tropicana. And I guess there's this certain area of Tropicana that is considered the strip. So you see these girls walking up and down. And sometimes I think to myself, like, you know what? You cannot pimp me if I have to walk up and down the street. So I don't know if these girls are self-employed, if they are renegades, or if they do if they do have a handler. I don't know. But if you cannot pimp me from a hotel room and like something like MGM, not Siegel Suites. If you cannot escort me from a room, then I don't need your services. I don't. But no, I'm not even gonna joke about that. Look, if y'all see me, these Vegas streets be hard on people. If you see me in the streets doing something strange for a little change, come get me. Don't throw me on social media talking about where her people's at. Bitch, you my peoples. Where are you at? We family, okay? We are family. You not finna have me all on social media talking about where's her peoples. We cousins, okay? We are officially, unofficially cousins as of right now. And if you blast me, any black person blast me on social media, we gonna have to fight. That's what it is. And don't pull my hair because these is fresh braids and ain't nobody got time. Speaking of braids, I wasn't even... Pray for me, y'all. I don't know why I was not going to do braids for the summer. My neck came to me as a woman and she was like, fuck a meeting, we about to have a sit down. I said, yes, ma'am. And my neck, she was like, if you think you're cute right now, wait until this heat rash. And I said, you're right. Yeah. I was like, let me go ahead and braid this up. Because my neck was not playing. She was like, bitch, if you don't get this hair off of me. So I don't know what convinced me, why I thought I was going to be wearing a lace front in June and July in Las Vegas, Nevada. I don't understand. These pool parties is cracking off, and I don't have time for people to be hitting me with this face talking about why you look like you need to be quarantined. So I did just go ahead and braid my hair. So I have some heavy ass singles in my head. And one of the things, I rarely wear my singles down. So I'll be rocking, when you see me, you'll probably see me with these braids pulled up. That's the only way that I can wear singles. So thank you to our African ancestors for these natural protective styles, and also for the discovery of preservation of meat by deep fat frying. Vegas wet wings coming soon. And I've decided that I'm not going to market or advertise for a lot of branded products. Because I'm noticing, is it just me, or I'm noticing a lot of the faces change as far as advertising, marketing, things that continue to, or things that would keep the masses in a, a more consumer state. So there's a lot more black faces. There's a lot more advertising geared towards inclusion of African Americans and other minorities. But even though the faces are changing, I still, the game, the rules, the structure, which is so broken and corrupt, is still the same. So I'm making a conscious effort to, if I brand anything, it's going to have to be my own. If I become an influencer or advertise anything on my stream here, it's going to have to be my own, or it's going to be friend or family, or also maybe more small business. I watched a documentary called, what is it? Drugs Used as Weapons Against Us. And I was thinking to myself, like, oh man. So out of some decisions, out of some things in my life, I have to feel as though I am operating out of my own free will. So for myself, I will be focusing more on, I guess probably the only way to combat that, as far as social media, mass media, the way it operates, making you think that you're acting of your own free will, and you kind of end up just doing things automatically. But I think the way to combat that would be to really take the time to rationalize consequences to your action, and also what steps led, what events in your life, what outside influences led you to the point that you are at right now. So that's my little conscious thing that I'm working on, that I've just discovered this week. And if you have not watched that movie, that documentary, Drugs Used as Weapons Against Us, then I recommend that you watch it. And if you follow me on Facebook, I am currently in Facebook jail. So if you have been looking for my presence online, I'm taking